Hello, welcome. In this lecture, we'll be taking up four important concepts from Indian socio-political philosophy. We'll be discussing these four concepts in a detailed manner. The first amongst them is democracy, secularism, fundamental rights, and affirmative actions. Now, we will be understanding affirmative rights under fundamental rights, and secularism and democracy will be taking them up separately. So, let's get started. The first topic that we have before us is democracy. Now, I want you to look at this picture that you see on your screens right now. What do you see here? Basically, democracy is taken from two words, demo and gracia, right? Demo is dealing with people and gracia is rule. So, the source of the power, to simply understand, is like the source of power or power's source is with who? Is with the people. It is with the people. You see people here, it is their power. It is their power which we understand as democracy. You see, democracy is nothing but people's rule. This people rule is expected that, it will be what? It will be free, fair, and timely elections. Let's understand this. You see, when people are going to choose their representatives, it's going to be free. Free in the sense that each and everybody has an equal say. In this sense, you can also understand it from political equality. Political justice. So all of these concepts are associated with this. How is it going to be fair? It is going to be fair because people are going to vote, and on the basis of their vote, the representatives will be formed, right? How is it going to be timely? It is going to be timely because elections are going to they are going to be held in a timely manner. If you see the important constitutional posts, for instance, the post of a president, the post of a prime minister, all of these have a tenure to it. Okay, for instance, after every 5 years we have the general elections, right? We, the people of India, we choose our representatives, as a result of which we finally get a prime minister. Is this clear? Similarly, there's an election for the post of a president. In this, although the people of India do not vote, this is indirect election, this is direct election, but what's happening is that there are timely elections. So you see, when we are understanding the concept of democracy, all of this is extremely important. Now, I have written here something which says indirect or representative democracy. Now, what is this exactly? You see, democracy is of two types. It is direct and it is indirect. What we have in India is indirect, all right? Don't get confused. Basically, what's happening under indirect democracy is that the people, they choose their representatives, and these representatives go on to the positions, they occupy the important constitutional posts and everything, and this is how you understand it. These representatives go to the, for instance, let's say they'll go to the Lok Sabha, so they will form the laws. These representatives are also going to form the government. So they're also going to be the member of the executive, right? They are also going to be concerned with what? They will form the laws, they will deal with the execution of laws. Is this clear? This is what's happening in indirect democracy. On the other hand, indirect democracy, just to quickly, you know, I'll quickly describe this to you so that you don't get confused. What's happening under direct democracy is that the power basically resides with the people. Here also the power resides with the people, but the difference here is that here people exercise this power directly. That is, there is no place for representatives here. And because we have representatives in indirect democracy, this is basically just to help you understand that here the direct power is with the people. Here, the direct power is not with the people, it is with the representatives. Is this clear? So, under direct democracy, for instance, this is something which is in Switzerland. So, what happens is that since I told you that people have the power, people exercise this power through various means. For instance, they will make use of the referendum, they will make use of the plebiscite, they will use recall, they will use initiative. Initiative is when the people themselves propose the laws that they need. Recall is when they basically remove a person from a post who they think is not performing their job well. Plebiscite is basically done taking people's opinion on important matters. For instance, let's say a boundary dispute, and referendum is basically a proposed legislation which is made by the, let's say, the people who are concerned. Then that proposed legislation would be directly referred to who? The people. And it is then the people will decide that whether they want it or not. So it is directly done through direct voting. So these are some of the important, I've discussed them with you. These are the important ways how direct democracy works. Now you see, this is something that we don't follow in India. Why? Because in India, and for instance also US, what we have is indirect democracy, right? We choose the representatives and the representatives then do the work. All right. Now